I am, uh, you know what? This is just coming from nowhere. I'm just going to be honest with you. This is coming out of absolute nowhere. But I'm feeling strong about it. I feel very strongly about it. Um, I, where do you begin? Where do you start? So I'm scrolling through Instagram like I do sometimes when I'm just like, just I like to laugh. So everybody who knows me and knows me well, I like to laugh. But anyway, I came across something where the young lady who is playing the new Snow White, um, she had said something. We heard her a couple of weeks ago, and she said some things that a lot of people didn't agree with, and there was a lot of people that did agree with what she had to say. But tonight, I saw she made an apology video, and it just hit me like boom. And I was like, you know what? I need to start speaking to my youngsters, my young people, and let you guys know um, enough is enough. Honestly, the reason why I'm saying that is because we have to get to a point where what we say is what we say. I said what I said, okay? And let it alone. Or if you're going to feel some way later about it, don't say it. Don't say it. Because you're going to end up embarrassing yourself, taking back what you said. You're going to end up feeling some kind of way. You're going to end up having anxiety attacks, panic attacks, um, feeling like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? And the reason why I'm talking about it is because, especially when it comes to the the music and movie industry, celebrities. Unfortunately, there's this trend to follow other people. Now, you may think that this person whom you are following, and you're like, oh, this person, says this, says that um, about something I feel deeply about. I agree with them. Now it's my turn to say what I need to say about the situation, dealing with toxic masculinity and all that. And trust me, I look up all these words, especially the things that are being spoken of, and I'm just like, what in the world does that mean? Like, I grew up in a time where we didn't hear the same words regurgitated over and over and over again. You heard somebody say something, you kind of go, oh, okay, and then we move on. Now it's this huge trend to keep saying the same thing that someone else said, that someone else said, that someone else said, that someone said, because it makes you somehow look cool. But it doesn't actually make you look like a fool, okay? So, she did make an apology video, and of course, I could not roll my eyes more in my head, not because of what she said, but because of the fact that it didn't have to come to that in the first place. What I felt about it was that the first thing that came out of my mouth was, stop allowing things and allowing people to mess up your money. Don't mess up your money, okay? Do you know we are all 2 seconds away from the street, the curve, like living on the street? All of us are. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how popular you are. I don't care how many friends you have. Honey, I've seen kingdoms rise and kingdoms fall my whole entire life. I've watched human behavior, and it seems like every single time something trends, there's a negative to it. If I'm talking about a negative trend, not a positive, but the negative. So you have people on TV who are bashing everybody. You have people on I wouldn't say radio, but on Twitter and social media bashing all kinds of people. Everybody's on their soapbox. Everybody's got something to say about somebody else and this and that and the other, and it's just negative. It's just ugh. I mean, it's like a disease. Oh, I want that disease too. Let me get in on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like sitting a bunch of kids in a room full of chicken pox, and then you put yours in there because you want yours to catch it too. So now you're throwing yourself into this mixture of negativity, and you're thinking, oh, this is going to work. This is going to get me to the top, and I'm going to be so popular, and so many people are going to love what I have to say, and so many people are going to actually follow what I say. I'm going to have so much influence. And to be honest with you, it works in the opposite. And trust me, you'll have influence, but I don't know if it's going to be the influence you were thinking you were going to have. I'm simply trying to say, like I said, number one, don't let nothing or anyone mess up your money, not even yourself. Don't let anything mess up your money. The first person I ever heard that from was Steve Harvey. When he was speaking with Monique, and Monique had a valid point, everything that went down with her, and trust me, it took her so long to climb back up, and she built a space for herself. But what Steve Harvey was trying to explain to her was there's a way that we move in this industry, and if you're not down with it, then you might as well just come out of it, okay? But putting everybody on blast and it's going to backfire. And in some way, it really did backfire. And I felt so sorry for her. I really did. Not sorry, like, I pity her. No, I felt sorry in hurting. I was hurting for her. Because it was like, oh my gosh, did you guys really have to cancel this woman like that? Did you have to mess up? But the point is that what Steve was trying to say is, don't mess up your money. Don't mess up your stuff. Don't mess up your status. Don't mess up your reputation. For what? For what? You don't like it? Please, can I suggest to you, if there's something going on in the world, if there's something going on in society, in your community, whatever, whether you're rich, whether you're middle class, or whether you're, barely making it, low income, whatever, get you some friends. It's that simple. Get you some friends. Get you people that you can relate with and to. I don't even want to say get you people that surround yourself with people that agree with you. I would challenge you to get yourself some friends that don't agree with you. That makes your brain work harder. And it makes you wiser because you can listen to what other people are saying and you can learn from it. But if you're constantly surrounding yourself with people who are thinking like you, speaking like you, and they're negative, baby, that is not going to work out for you. I promise you. There are people on TV right now, and I don't want to call the names, but there are people on TV right now, and people go to their show and all this other stuff, and that's great. That's wonderful. But I see misery. I see bitterness and I see misery in their faces, in their eyes. And I keep thinking to myself that as they grow older, they're not going to be very pleasant people. They're not going to be very pleasant people because they're not pleasant now. I don't wish any harm on them. I don't wish their money to be tampered with. I don't want to see anybody else get canceled. I'm tired of cancel culture. I've been tired of cancel culture from when it started, from when it began. And this was years ago. This was not even, it wasn't even called cancel culture at the time. But it started long before, and people were, there were celebrities that we loved and loved and loved, and they said the wrong thing, and all of a sudden we're like, off with your head, and it's like, wait a minute. People are free to say what they want to say, You may not like it, but who are you to cancel people? Everybody gets a turn. I felt bad for Alec Baldwin. He used to be one of my favorite actors, and it turned out he used to just he used to go off on people and go off on especially people he didn't like. Just say whatever. He and Robert De Niro, they just say whatever, and it doesn't come off to me as very smart. It comes off to me as very smug. It comes off to me as saying I'm untouchable. Nobody's going to mess with me because of who I am. But I have to say this, you're a person just like me. And you may be more popular than I am. You may have a whole lot more money than I do. But to some degree, I feel like I got a little bit more sense than you because of the fact that I'm not out here like this. Don't let anything mess with your money. Don't let anything mess with your reputation. Get you some friends, some safe friends that you can talk to about certain things that go on in your mind about certain things in our culture, you know. But don't mouth off to uh I TV magazine, okay? Because I call it the gossip column. They don't report news anymore. They're out to make everybody look bad. And 1 minute you're up, next minute you're down, and that's how it goes. Okay, keep your mouth shut. I had a feeling when Mr. Baldwin was going off about former President Trump. I kept having this really, really, really bad feeling that it's going to come back. It's going to bite him in the butt. And unfortunately, it did. And as much as I didn't like what he was saying, and the jokes were funny on it, SNL, I'm not going to lie, they were really funny. And he played Trump very well, okay? But the thing is that he had a certain feeling toward him, okay? And he let it fly. Everybody's agreeing, everybody's. Soon as he gets in trouble with this accidental shooting, you could see the brokenness in him. So it wasn't just a brokenness that just came about. This is brokenness from for many years that he's been carrying, and they're actors. That's what they do. They act. But deep down inside, you don't know the misery that they're carrying. They may have a lot of money, but and a lot of fame and all this other stuff, but they're very, very hurt and broken people. I'm serious. All of us are. All of us. Some of us healed. Some of us are healing. Some of us have a desire to heal. You know, but the point is that the lesson in all this is that everybody gets a turn. So be careful when it comes to it being your turn, so that when it's your turn, you're not walking in brokenness. You're actually surrounded by good people that want to see you win, that want to see you healed, that want to see you progress and overcome. I want to see Alec Baldwin overcome this. I mean, even if it means that he has to pay out, I want to see him get back on the big screen and things like that, and doing what he's always loved doing. I don't want to see anybody broken like that. I don't want to see anybody's money messed up like that. That, man, do you understand? We are in a society, we are living in a society where, and I don't want to be a fearmonger or warmonger or anything like that, but we're like seconds away from a third world war. If you really pay attention to the times we are living in, ain't nobody safe. There's no such thing as job security. There's no such thing as job security. There's no security in putting your money in the bank. I'm just being honest. I have a bank account just like most people do, but it could go away just like that. They could just take it away. Boop, gone. Gone. No one owns anything. We're all on borrowed time. We're on borrowed land. or stolen land, in case people are like, listen, I don't care what you got to say about it, okay? Ain't none of us safe. No one. No one. I don't care what your position is in life. I mean, freaking look at Jeffrey Epstein. Look what happened to him. And I'm sure as he was living out his days, he was thinking, look at this, look at me. Look at how I'm living. You know what I'm saying? Stuff catches up. Stuff catches up to us. I would not have wanted him murdered if that's what happened, or he killed himself, whatever. I wouldn't have wanted that to happen to him. The things that are happening to celebrities and just regular people, I wouldn't wish that on my enemy. You have no idea. I battle MS. And so I'm fighting for my life every single day. And I remember when I was in the hospital, my pastor walked up to my bed and he grabbed hold of my arm and he said, "Are you ready to fight?" And I said, yes. I said, yes. I'm in my 8th year. December 10th of 2023 will mark 8 years of battling MS. And oh God, I'm trying not to cry because I never thought I'd be battling this. I didn't know what I was saying yes to. Trust me, and anything and everything can turn your life upside down with a quickness. And you never knew, you never imagined it, you never saw it coming. That's why I don't want hurt people hurting anymore. I don't want people hurting anymore. I don't want us hurting each other anymore. I'm tired of it. The young lady that spoke out, and all the people, men and women speaking out against masculinity and all this stuff. Oh my gosh, if you guys don't knock this stuff off, it's going to come back and bite you in the butt. You don't understand who has the power. The people have the power, and they will make it that you probably would never work ever again. You wouldn't even come out your house because you can't show your face. I'm telling you, be careful. Be careful. Be careful of that mouth. That mouth gets us in trouble. I used to be somebody who got in trouble for the things I said. And I used to think it was just so cool to be so rogue. And I'm still rogue, but I'm a lot smarter now than I used to be. But when I think of the things that I said, when I think of the things that I did, when I think of the ways that I treated people, and thankfully life has not come to bite me in the butt because of it. The hardships that I've had have just been hardships because everybody grows into them. You know what I'm saying? So God only puts on you no more than what you can bear. Okay. So he's like, you can bear this. You got this. I know what I put inside of you. But on the other hand, there are people I've seen where they did some unthinkable things, and it came back and bit them in the butt later. Cheating on other people, and lying, stealing from other people, just some like I said, unthinkable, gossiping about someone, and they ended up with a worse situation, a worse disease than the person that they were gossiping about. I can only imagine, someone that comes to mind, unfortunately. And I'm not bringing up celebrities to talk bad about them. I'm saying these are examples to me. But Miss Wendy Williams, the way she made her name, her brand, and her career, and the way things had ended up for her, of course, I was hurt for her. I was hurt because I'm like, oh my gosh. We got to be so careful, guys. We have to be careful. We have to stop gossiping. We have to stop listening to gossip. And we need to get to a point where We're not going to allow anything to interfere with our peace. We're not going to allow anything to interfere with our money. We're not going to allow anything to interfere with our relationships. Build relationships with people who disagree with you. It'd be nice to be able to sit down at the dinner table during Thanksgiving and Christmas and actually eating with people that you don't agree with. You found out during the pandemic, some people were going this way, others were going that way. And you found out, honey, and then you start deleting people off of your Facebook and off of your Instagram, and everybody's got to go. Everybody's got to go. Do you realize you're going to grow old one day? And you broke up relationships with people that probably would have been there growing old with you. And as we grow older, I don't know about you, but I'm losing more friends. I'm losing more and more friends. How about you? I'm losing more and more friends. I'm not talking about death. I'm talking about like people just not want to be friends with you. Don't want to talk to you anymore. Don't want to call you no more. People who, I mean, literally, I can honestly say, people who I almost said stalk, almost said stalk you, but people who pursue you and then ghost you. You know what I'm saying? The world is crazy. The people of the world are crazy. And I'm not just talking about people. I'm not talking about just worldly people. I'm saying even church people are crazy. People are crazy. So at this point, your best friend is you. At this point, you are your best friend. Make God your best friend and be kind. Watch what you say. Watch what you put out there on the internet, because what goes on the internet stays on the internet. Do you hear what I'm saying? What goes on the internet stays on the internet even after you've given an apology. People remember most, okay? People remember most how you made them feel. And I'm even talking about when celebrities get on their high horses and want to talk about this and that and the other and da 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 da. Be careful, because your fans may feel some kind of way. You may make people, and you may not even care. But you should, because we're all growing old. We're all going to grow old. We're all growing older. And I've seen it that the people that have the most peace are those who try their very best to treat people with kindness. Even if they didn't like them, there are people who, they just want to be next to you. They just want to, you don't have to be mean to them. You don't have to be rude to them. There's this one guy that just, oh my gosh, he freaks me out. And I don't mean freak me out like, he's just, but he's so opposite of me. He's like, he's just loud, and I just be like, oh my gosh. But I've stopped thinking about him and thinking more about how I'm treating him. What kind of thing am I giving off to him? And when I started checking myself and checking that in myself, it got better. Now I can tolerate, the things that are that I don't get down like that. I don't cuss like a sailor. I don't cuss like that. I don't just tell my business and walk into the store and be like, yeah, I don't do that. I don't have time for any of that. I don't have time for any of that. But, and then just talking loud. I like people who talk on the phone. I'm like, dude, you're totally on your cell phone. You are not on your landline. Go home and talk. Stop standing in line. And everybody knows you don't like so-and-so. You hate so-and-so. Oh, you going to go kick somebody's ass and all this other stuff. I was like, or you done went out with somebody and y'all did this and that. And I was just like, oh, I'm embarrassed for you. I'm sorry. Please be quiet. You're embarrassing me. But once I took my focus off of him, what I began to see is somebody who is genuinely just wanting to be friends with people. They genuinely like people. They genuinely like the fact that they're no longer the person they were before they became the person they are today. And I started thinking, I actually started learning lessons just from the way he talks about his old life. And I'm like, you know what? We don't know where each other comes from. We need to be quiet. We need to learn to chill out. You don't know where that person came from. You don't know how much it takes for that person to wake up and get going, get showered. Do you know showering is a chore for a lot of us? Showering is a chore for me. I get in the shower and then I have to lay down for 1 hour because I'm tired. Okay. And God help me. When I'm running late, that shower, it lasts under 10 minutes. And then I have to like jump into action. I get to sit down for like maybe 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, but it doesn't go past 5 minutes. And then I have to get myself going. I'm like, Dana, you got to get dressed. You got to get dressed. You got to get up. You got to get up. You got to go do this. You got to go do that. Okay. Da, 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 da. And then I'm running downstairs, rushing, trying to get out the house. And I'm trying to make sure I got everything so I don't have to run back up those stairs to get whatever I forgot. And then I have to get on the freeway. And I mean, it's just, man. And getting out of bed, it's like, oh my God. That's how I am every morning. So that's why I take my weekends so seriously, because Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I kid you not, I am all in. I'm all in, okay? I do not play. I am all in. And I pick and choose where to go, when I want to go, and who I want to be with, based on how much peace I want to protect. And I want to protect it all. And I do. So everybody can't hang with me. And I don't want to hang with everybody. So real talk. But at the same time, I want to always show love towards people, whether we agreed with each other or not, whether we like each other or not. Life is short. I don't know about you, but I've been losing people left and right. And it hurts. It hurts. It hurts even to find out someone you didn't exactly get along with passed away, and you're like, oh wow. And you think about their family and their friends, and you're like, wow, we wasted time on frivolous things. You know what I'm saying? And one day the bus will come around for me, the bus will come around for you. How will we be remembered? How will we be mourned? So try not to waste time and energy on stuff that will mess up your money, mess up your peace, mess up your relationships. Be careful with what you say. If those are the things that you think, then share them with people who you can share them with, okay? But don't put it out there for the world, because I'm going to tell you right now, the world don't love you. And you may be looking all super cute and popular right now, and everybody's on your side, and but honey, the next new thing that comes walking through, they're like, Sandy who? Sandra who? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about anybody that I know or but I'm just speaking of a name. It's like, Michelle who? Terrell who? It's like, that next young thing, that next good looking thing, trust me, you're out of there. You're out of there. And then they'll start talking about things that you said. They'll start being like, yeah, and I didn't like her anyway. She was very negative. I didn't like him anyway because you know what? He was always trying to hit up on me and hit up, and now he was always hitting on other girls and da da da. Your name will be mud. Trust me. Oh my gosh, human behavior. Check it out. Sit back, watch. That's what I do. I just sit back and watch. I literally am a chilly willy. It's just like sitting back and just looking, just observing everything. And I just, sometimes I'm in my head going, that chick don't even know. They don't like her. They don't even like that girl. But let me not say anything. Let me just see how this plays out. And then fake little laughs and fake little hugs and fake little smiles and fake little, hey girl. Fake. Fake. Oh my gosh. Fake. You cannot tell me like this is what you wanted your whole life. And you can't tell me that this is something you're going to want for the rest of your life. Are you kidding me? You find out people that you really genuinely like cannot stand you. You would be like, you'd be feeling some kind of way like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Like, so what do you really think about me? I'm telling you. I'm telling you, and energy comes off real strong with me, you know. So as soon as I notice, oh, you best believe I stay out of your way. There are so many people. I'm still kind and I'm still nice. I'm very courteous to people. But there's a lot of people I stay out of their way because of what comes off. And this can be church people. It can be people that I know that, we, just passing by each other, but we know each other. But as soon as I feel that thing, oh, mm-mm. I gotta, oh, I gotta protect my peace. I gotta protect my peace. Because the one thing you're not gonna get from me is, um, do you like me? Do you not like me? Do you got something to say to me? Oh, you're not gonna get that from me. You're not gonna get that from me. What you'll get is, hey, and that's not being fake. That's me being who I am, because I'm a real person. And I want to live, I live the way I want to be remembered. And I still treated people with kindness even though they weren't kind to me. So I'm hoping all these examples will help you to build better character. And I'm hoping that for my young friends, that you understand things catch up eventually. You may be looking real cute and popular right now, talking big and bad and saying all the stuff you want to say, and everybody's agreeing with you, and you're just the most wanted person on the face of the earth right now. But the more negativity you spew out, the more people are collecting, and those things turn against you. The people will turn against you eventually. And yeah, they're mean people. They're not nice people. And they'll find some other toy. They'll find somebody else to toy with as far as their feelings are concerned. They'll find some other dumb person that's like, ooh, I'm in with the cool kids. I'm in with the cool girls. I'm in with the cool guys. And da 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 da. Honey, you'll be yesterday's trash in no time. And you'll be sitting there looking like, well, what happened? Well, you're negative. That's what happened. You're very negative. You need to be quiet. All this stuff going on around, and all this stuff people taking to the internet, and they're just talking about, their stuff. Talking about, what do you call it? Um, their ideology, their thoughts about this and thoughts about that, and da 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 da. I'm telling you, this stuff is not going to work for you. It's going to work against you. Eventually, everybody gets a turn. The bus comes around every 20 minutes. Don't think that you're untouchable. Don't think for 1 second that you can just explain yourself away. Ricky Ricardo. Don't think you can do that. Don't think you can just give off an apology and I'm so misunderstood and people mistook what I said and stop. Just it doesn't even have to go there. If you listen to what I'm telling you in this film, it does not have to go there. You don't have to we don't have to go there. Just keep your thoughts to yourself. Build yourself a girl group or a guy group where you can just speak freely. They don't always have to agree with you. It'd be better to be friends with a mixed crowd where some agree, some disagree. So you can, you know what I'm saying? Get some perspective. Get some wisdom. I keep saying these kids are young, rich, and stupid. Young, rich, and stupid. And it's like, you expect to have a long lasting career. If you do, shut your mouth. Just shut it. Shut it. Okay? I want you to have a long lasting career. But I need you to shut your mouth. Okay? Think before you speak. So you don't have to be making these little crybaby apology videos. Because they're just, to me and everybody else, we're all looking going, really? Really? You thinking about it now? After the backlash? How smart. Not. Anyway, thanks for listening. I hope that this helps someone. I just want to help one person in this life. I don't care. I don't need to be talking to the masses, whatever. Just one person can go back and think about it before they say it. And like, you know what? That girl in that video, she said da 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 da. I think I'm gonna listen. Trust me. I've made the mistakes already. You don't need to go make those mistakes. This is what I tell my children. You ain't got to make those mistakes. I made them already. Just heed my advice. Shh. Shh. Be quiet. And it's not a thing of, well, I get to say whatever I want to say and I could. No, you don't understand how the internet is built up. The internet breeds negativity. And that's how it has survived all these years, is because of all the negativity. People don't, negativity sells like sex sells, not positivity. People don't want to hear your positive messages. They want to hear all your dirt. They want to hear about somebody else's dirt. They like, give me the tea, girl. Man, bye. Get out of here with that. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Oh my gosh, please start learning. Learn the lesson. Learn the lesson. Learn the lesson. Bye.